Thank you, PR. It's always an exciting time on campus when you get a chance to talk about some new additions to the Bearcat family. First of all, I want to welcome everyone for coming. I also want to thank everyone campus-wide for all the help that we've gotten this year in recruiting. It's truly a team effort when you see professors, deans, the president of our university, our athletic director, come on a Saturday afternoon and talk to our recruits. It means a lot. As PR said, over the last 5 years, we are one of the most dominant teams in the country at any level, and 56 wins in 5 years. It's actually 6 wins more than Baylor in the state of Texas, and they're second to us. So it's been a great 5-year run including 5 straight playoff appearances and 4 Final Fours. And this is an exciting time to add to this team. You win for 3 reasons. I talk about this all the time. You win because you get great support. We have phenomenal support here from our great president to our athletic director, to our alums, to our fans, to this community. When I came here, I came to coach football. I didn't realize the amazing school I was going to come to and also the great community I was going to come to, and we thank them. This has been one of the most challenging recruiting classes in my time. 30 years of doing this. There was a lot of time spent in January away from home because, we had to play catch up. First of all, we played all the way till December, to Christmas. And then we also had to deal with the fact that we lost 3 coaches. Some guys had some opportunities to move on to some other places. So we were a little short-handed. And then we had 3 Division I schools sign new coaches in the state of Texas. And if you're smart, you're going to try recruiting our kids because those are the kids that probably can play at their level. And so it was a challenge for us to keep this class intact, and I thought we did a phenomenal job. This class has 12 freshmen, 4 transfers. It breaks down into 2 quarterbacks, 3 wide receivers, a running back, 2 offensive linemen, 2 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, and 2 safeties. 10 out of the 12 high school recruits were captains, and 50% of those high school recruits came to our one-day camps. We had about 1,200 campers last year at our camps in the Dallas area, in the Houston area, and also on our own campus. I'm going to start off by talking about the offensive freshmen, and then I'll talk about the defensive freshmen, and then I'll talk lastly about a couple transfers that we had. We signed 2 quarterbacks. That was the goal. We really felt great about the 2 young men that we recruited, both really big guys, but both pretty athletic. Cody Brewer, quarterback, 6'6", 225 pounds out of Flower Bluff High School in Corpus Christi, Texas. Threw for 2,100 yards and ran for almost another 500 his senior year. He was a captain. He's a teammate of current Bearcat Jalen Campbell, who was a gray shirt for us, came in January. He was originally a commit to Washington State, but you know what? The great thing about recruiting Texas kids, they don't want to leave the state. And so he decommitted from them about a month ago and said, I really want to focus on staying in Texas. We had been recruiting him for a long time. We got a chance to see him throw in person, and we felt really good about him. He's a big guy. When I met him in person, his stature reminded me of exactly of Joe Flacco. Very athletic, very strong arm, tremendous upside. We feel really fortunate to get a quarterback the quality of Cody Brewer. Caleb Griffin, quarterback, 6'3", 228 pounds, Keeler High School, Keeler, Texas. Caleb threw for 2,700 yards, 23 touchdowns, and completed 64% of his passes in a season and a half. Unfortunately for Caleb, he had a knee injury halfway through his senior year. Tremendously accurate. He was getting recruited by Oklahoma State, Colorado State, but fortunately he decided to commit to us early. When the injury happened, we didn't panic. We decided to stay with him, and we're really excited about him. He's on campus right now. So he graduated early and is currently taking classes, and he will be involved in the spring practice. Offensive line, Curtis Seaton, offensive lineman, 6'2", 292 pounds from West Mesquite High School, West Mesquite, Texas. 2-time all-district offensive lineman, captain, tremendously physical player, probably one of the best finishers I've ever seen. Here's a guy that plays with some nasty. He fits right into the Bart Tatum mold. That's the kind of guys Bart Tatum likes. And going to be in our criminal justice program, recruited by North Texas. When they came in, he decided to stay with his commit to us. Jude Richardson, offensive lineman, 6'3", 295 pounds, Norman North High School, Norman, Oklahoma. Jude was also a captain, was both all-district and all-state. Tremendous athlete, 6'3", 295 pounds. Jude is also one of the most powerful players I've ever recruited, and shows in the fact that he was a 6A Oklahoma State shot put champion as a junior. He was MVP for his district, and he had offers from New Mexico State and all the other Southland Conference schools. He's going to major in kinesiology. Receivers, we took 3. We wanted to get bigger at the receiver spot. We wanted to see some of those outside guys. We could get some length, and we did that. Corey Compton, wide receiver, 6'3", 185 pounds, Garland High School, Garland, Texas. Corey has had an incredibly productive high school year, 102 receptions, 1,796 yards, 21 touchdowns, first team all-district, team captain, also team MVP. He's also accomplished in track. He's a 6'8" high jumper, and he's going to study kinesiology at Sam Houston. Nathan Stewart, wide receiver, 6'1", 178 pounds, from Bryan Adams High School in Dallas, Texas. Incredibly mature receiver in terms of his skill set. He's one of the few guys that we think can come in and play immediately for us. At Bryan Adams, he set 14 school records, was a team captain, had 59 receptions for 1,223 yards his senior year, averaging over 20 yards per catch. Offensive MVP, he was chosen to the North Texas All-Star team. He also chose us over Memphis, Tulane, Idaho, Eastern Kentucky, and Nevada. Marquez Bates, we call him Kiki, is a wide receiver, 6'4", 205 pounds, Edna High School, Edna, Texas. He was a two-way standout in high school, voted first team all-district as a receiver, team captain, clocked in summer camp at over just under a 4.5. He was a Texas State commit originally, got him on campus, and with our wide-open offense, decided to come to Sam Houston. Again, what he does, he gives us some size on the outside at the receiver position. Defensively, our first commit of the year for the entire class, and the first guy to get his stuff in this morning at 7:04 was Brandon Jackson Jr., defensive lineman, 6 foot, 290 pounds, Memorial High School, Port Arthur, Texas. He was, as I said, the first commit of the 2016 class. He also attended our summer camp, which is a great opportunity to evaluate them and work with them. He's also a captain, 50 tackles and 3 sacks from the defensive line position. He was second team all-district, and he's also a very accomplished power lifter. He'll be majoring in business at Sam Houston State. Denzel Sims, linebacker, 6 foot, 200 pounds, Skyline High School, Skyline, Texas. He adds outstanding athleticism to the linebacker position, great top-end speed and quickness. He was a first-team all-district linebacker for Skyline High. He plans on studying broadcast communications. Brian Henderson from Mesquite, Texas, Mesquite High School, defensive backs, 5'10", 185 pounds. Recruited him to play safety, but he's versatile enough that he can play corner. Second team all-district defensive back. He was a 2-time captain. Also an accomplished sprinter. He was a regional finalist in the 100 meters, and also strong academically, where he earned honorable mention academic all-state. He plans on majoring in communications. Royce C., defensive back, 6'1", 185 pounds, Shepherd High School, Shepherd, Texas. Royce was recruited as a safety, outstanding athlete, great tackler, and in our defense, you have to be a great tackler to play the safety position. An all-district performer. He's also a captain, participated in one of our Dallas camps, so we got a chance to work him out and see him in person, and he had numerous offers, including Air Force. Austin MacArthur, defensive back, 6'1", 170 pounds, Lake Ridge High School, Mansfield, Texas. Austin is a tall, athletic corner. He helped his team to a district championship and runner-up in the state. He, again, was part of our summer camps up in the Dallas area, and he'll be majoring in kinesiology. So that is the freshman class. We took 4 transfers. 3 of those transfers are on campus right now. Jermaine Roberts, defensive back, transfer from the University of Texas. He's from St. Augustine High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. Was a 4-star recruit, was on the ESPN Top 300, He had offers from Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, and Oklahoma. Has tremendous speed, and he's with our guys right now working out. Justin Johnson's a linebacker, 6'2", 228 pounds, from Blinn Junior College, Judson High School in San Antonio, Texas. He was a team captain. He has junior eligibility. Jermaine has sophomore eligibility. Justin's offers were from Purdue, Texas State, and Southern Miss. And again, he's on campus right now working out with our guys. Marcus Lau, defensive lineman, 6'4", 255 pounds, University of Missouri, Wheatley High School, Houston, Texas. Transferred to us from Hines Junior College, where he was an All-American. He's a 3-star recruit. He had offers from Missouri, Houston, Michigan State, Texas Tech, TCU, and Mississippi State. And then the one that is going to be coming in the summertime, Deontay Townsend's a running back, 5'10", 210 pounds, from Pima Junior College, Mountain Point High School, Phoenix, Arizona. Junior eligibility, rushed for 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. His senior year, was a first-team all-conference player, won a state championship in high school, and also was a captain in high school. He's a low-to-the-ground power back, about 5'9", 210 pounds, who, when you watch his tape, you see he's really explosive and runs downhill. So we're really excited. Like I said, there's a lot of work that goes into this whole thing. I want to congratulate our staff on their efforts. I also want to thank our players. When you come on campus, I think the thing that shows the most is how much our players love going to school here. I think that's why we recruit so well. It's also said very unusual. I've been on other campuses that you have deans and professors and presidents showing up on a Saturday afternoon to help you in the recruiting process. So this is truly a team event. Again, I think we do a great job encircling ourselves with great people, from our strength coach to our trainers to our operations director to our coaching staff to our academic people. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've done such a great job in recruiting. When you come on our campus, you see this is truly family, and I think that just shows true. So again, I'll take some questions now, but it was a lot of work. It was well worth it, and I think we'll keep on replenishing the great talent we already have here. Questions?
Coach Keeler, with three receivers in the recruiting class and 4 defensive backs, and losing a couple guys in both, a couple seniors in both areas, were those kind of your 2 most pressing needs in this class?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things we were concerned about that we felt we have, outstanding group of offensive linemen coming back, 2 quarterbacks that you can win championships with. We ran the ball very well with the running backs we had. Tight ends, we're actually going to get, a starting tight end back. So all of a sudden, we look at your weaknesses and you really are very young on the outside. So, we thought we had to bring some guys in that could help give us some depth there. And like I said earlier, I think one of these guys actually can, come in and compete and play right away for us. So, but that was a big concern offensively. Defensively, we graduate 2 corners. We have as good a front 7 as there is in the country coming back. Our concern was, losing 2 guys who played a lot of football for us the last couple of years. That's going to be an area of need. One of the reasons why we took a transfer there, and we're excited about that.
And how many of these players do you think, and which ones do you think could make an immediate impact with some playing time right away?
Well, the great thing with the offensive line, we don't really need to play those guys. Same thing the defensive line. With the freshmen coming in, we feel really good about the guys we have already coming back. So there's really just a couple spots on the field. The running back spot, just depth-wise, we're concerned there because we need to play 4 running backs because just the way we play offense. And then losing the 2 outstanding wide receivers, obviously that's an area of need. Same thing at the cornerback spot. We think we need to bring some guys in who can, play early for us at the cornerback spot. But everywhere else, we feel pretty good about where we're at. We'll add a punter to this group. We haven't done that yet. We're in the process of doing that. But obviously losing Lachlan was a big loss. Got done playing in the NFLPA All-Star game where he absolutely just killed it in terms of his week of practice and the 2 punts he hit in that game. And then also he's been chosen to the NFL Combine. And we're really excited about that and really proud for him that he has that opportunity. But there'll be a little bit of a void there because we felt we had the best punter in the country at any level. And we're in the process of taking care of that, and we'll probably have something done sometime after signing.
And you guys have had a lot of transfers come in and make some big plays for you last year. Jeremiah, Ladarius, and Gerald. So how do you compare these transfers coming into some of those guys?
Yeah, I think when you take a transfer, the thought is not you're not taking one to be a backup. And this is how we recruit. We recruited all the way up to the point that we weren't going to have any money left for a transfer. We just were going to take all freshmen. And then during the natural attrition of recruiting, and also the fact that you're dealing with 3 schools in your state that are trying to take your kids, you're going to lose a couple. And that's kind of where we fit in, the transfer money for the future. We still have room for a couple guys in this class. And then when you have that, you never reach for guys, because Sam Houston should never reach for a player. I mean, we really go through all our due diligence in terms of their character, where they are academically, and also do we think they can, make an impact on our field. And we will not take a transfer unless we feel that they can make an impact on us. So we still have a couple spots left. The 4 guys we took, I feel really good about, their ability to contribute to what we can do next year. And like I said, we could possibly add another 2 or 3 sometime after signing.
Coach, what's been the toughest part about kind of adjusting? You've been here 2 years, about this class or kind of recruiting?
Well, it's tough to say it's tough to recruit here, because, it's a single greatest location in America to recruit. We're right on the border there of East Texas. We're 50 minutes outside of Houston, 2.5 hours outside of Dallas. You take a 3-hour radius of here, it's the best high school football in the country. Kids want to go someplace where they're going to win. We win here. The kids want to go someplace where you get a great education. A great education here. It's a great social life here. So it's tough for me to say recruiting's hard, because, I'm sitting in the hotbed of high school football around the country. But, it was a challenge this year with the 3 schools that added new coaches, and they're getting in late. And I would look the same place, they looked, to our recruiting class. So in that way, it was a challenge, especially the fact that we were down a couple coaches. We were all on the road a lot. Don't remember how many nights I actually slept in my own bed in the month of January. So it was a busy week. It was a busy month, but it was well worth it, and I think we put together a great class.
And kind of moving forward from, your past 2 years here, a lot of success, but, what is your next step as far as getting to that next level?
Yeah, we think we're 90% there, and that last 10% is really, really hard. If you look at nationally, I think we're 6th right now in the country in total wins over the last 5 years, and we're behind Alabama and Oregon and North Dakota State. There's 250 schools that play Division I football, and we're like 6th right now in wins the last 5 years. So it's been a great run, but I don't think any of us in the program feel that we're, where we want to be. The ultimate goal is to get the gold ring. The ultimate goal is to win a national championship. I said that when I was hired here. That's how I think. That's how our kids think. We ended up 3rd in the country this year. That was the final ranking. I don't think you would talk to our kids, they would say that it was a great year, because that's just not the mentality we have. And I almost apologize for that sometimes, but that's kind of who I am, and that's who the staff is, and that's who our kids are. They're here to win a national championship. So, we're 90% there. That last 10% is really going to have to be made up with a little bit in recruiting, but a lot with what's going to happen in the winter through the spring and through summer training camp with our strength coach and go through spring practice and those kind of things. So I'm excited where we can go, but that 10%, that last 10% is really hard to get.
Finally, just how's it feel to kind of be done?
Yeah, hopping on a plane to Mexico tomorrow. That's how it feels to be done. It's very rewarding, because I think if you listen to any of our coaches talk or any of our players talk about their experience here at Sam Houston, it comes across so natural. It's so glowing. It's just such a wonderful place, and we're so proud of the institution we are. We're so proud of the football program we are. We're so proud of what we have going on as a football team. And so that's so neat for me. When we bring guys on campus, I love it, just because we get a chance to talk about something we're really, really proud of. I was with one of my young coaches, and he goes, "Boy, you should have been in sales." I go, "Well, I am in sales. I'm selling Sam Houston State, and if I was selling cars, I'd be selling Ferraris. I couldn't sell other vehicles that I wouldn't be driving myself. So not that I have a Ferrari, Bobby, but in case you were looking in the parking lot, there's no Ferraris there. Yeah, the bonus is going to be the Ferrari as soon as we win the national championship. But I really love recruiting, and I followed a guy named Tubby Raymond, who won 3 national championships and won 300 ball games, one of the greatest coaches in the history of college football. And recruiting kind of pushed him out. He got to the point where he just didn't want to recruit anymore. And he got to the point where, it's time for me to retire. That will never be me, which don't tell my wife that. But that will never be me, because I just love recruiting so much, because I'm so proud of what we do here. I'm so proud that it's more than just about winning ball games. It's also about getting our guys, jobs in the banking profession or in Hollywood or as a teacher or in the NFL or whatever it is. And so it's more than just, winning ball games. This is truly family, and this is truly about us growing as a program and growing as a university. And so I love that, and it's exciting for me to bring guys on campus and talk about those things. So in one hand, I'm saying about how challenging the whole process was, and the other hand, I absolutely loved every minute of it because it is fun to go talk about something you feel so strongly about, and I feel strongly about Sam Houston State. Other questions? Well, again, I want to thank everyone for coming out. A special thanks to our players who did a phenomenal job hosting our recruits. And when we talk to our players, we tell them very simply, just be honest. Tell them what it is about this place, because if it's not the right fit for them, it's not the right fit for us. And again, I think we got a great class, and I'm excited about the Bearcats moving forward. Eat 'em up, Cats. Thank you.